Oh boy, I have no idea what I have in store, but remember when I ran into Marco, fellow YouTube wet shaver on the University of Texas campus? He's from Germany, he's studying here, and he gave me a couple of things to shave with. I gave him some razors, and so today I'm gonna finally use the two things that he gave me. First of all, the shaving cream. This is a German product, Florena Men. Now, I'm not gonna pronounce these German words properly. I'm just gonna do my own version, which is just an excuse for mispronouncing things. I don't know. Is that valid? So this is Florena Men Rasiercreme. So razor cream or shaving cream. And he said, I think Marco said that, or like, this was kind of like a big brand in East Germany back when the Berlin Wall was still up. And since, of course, you can now get it everywhere. But I think that's what he said. Please, Marco, if you're there in the comments, remind me and everyone else what this is like. So that's that. That's good. I smelled this before. It actually just smells really nice, like just a beautiful, you know, barbershop clean, soapy shaving cream that I'm going to squirt onto this little brush right here in a minute. The old Jolly Rancher from West Coast Shaving. The thing fell off. The coin fell off. Oh no. Now I'll never remember where I got this thing. Tragedy. Okay, so that we got that, we know that, and then this was the thing I've been waiting for. And Marco told me, don't smell this stuff until you film yourself smelling it for the first time. Rallon. So this stuff is made in Croatia now. And from what I understand, back in the 20s, like 1927 in Switzerland or somewhere, there was this super famous men's fragrant called Pitrolon. So P-I-T. So put a P-I-T in front of that. So I guess at some point, maybe this is like the 50s, you know, it got real popular or something. And then later on, they changed the scent. And they still sell this as Pitrolon. But this company wanted to bring back the old scent. So this Croatian company just kind of took part of it. The logo is not exactly the same, but it's red too, the Pitrolon. And now they have Pitrolon Classic. So I don't know. I haven't smelled it. I don't know what this smells like. I don't know if that's going to be a good smell, a bad smell. I looked at some of the fragrance notes. We'll see. We'll just have to see. I also have an update on this Terror stuff right here. And what am I going to shave with? You know, I'm going to shave a little Grandpa Grungy. I feel bad. I haven't used you in a long time, Grandpa. So we're going to shave with him. Okay. Enough jibber jabber. Let's start shaving. So I took a shower, did my hair. I have one shout out today, just one. And if I forgot you, please let me know. All right. Put some hot water on my face. I did a quick shave yesterday, so it's not like I've got multiple days growth today. Okay, we're going to load up the old 1960 Gillette Fat Boy, and I'm going to do it real mild today. I used to just throw caution to the wind. Back when I was a young whippersnapper, way back in 2011, remember those? The salad days. Those are the glory days. I was real cavalier, and I would put it like on a 7. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use a fresh feather blade on 7. I'm not going to do that anymore because I've grown and matured in my, who am I kidding? I'm still an 8-year-old at heart. Okay, so let's do it on 3. Yeah, let's just do it on 3, and we'll close that sucker up. This was my first safety razor, if you guys didn't know that. This is Grandpa Grungy. People started calling him that because I never clean him. I mean, I have. But if you look at the Instagram photo that I took the day I bought this thing was like beautiful. But now he's well worn, aged, like me. You know what they say, the older the violin, the sweeter the music. Who said that? Gus, that's you. All right, enough jibber jabber, as I said, and then continue to jibber jabber. Let's put some shaving cream, the Florena Men Rasiercreme Comfort. And if you have never used a shaving cream that comes in like a toothpaste style tube, you just fluff out your brush. I guess you could do it on your face too, you know, if you don't want to use a brush. But in this case, I'm using a brush, and then put, you know, a decent amount. Put a little, I don't know, there you go, a little C minus? No, a smiley face? No. Anyway, that's probably too much, but there's a lot in here, and we're going to go for it. Okay. Turn off the water so people don't yell at me. Oh my gosh. One of my earliest videos, I left the water running the whole time, and I still hear about it. That thing's like 12 years old now. Oh boy. Statute of limitations is expired, folks. It's just new people that find the channel. Like, you should turn the water off. I was like, I did. I do. Oh yeah, this is way too much. I put too much, so I'm going to kind of dab it a little bit more water. There we go. We're just going to slosh this up. It's got that good, like that palm olive. That's what it reminds me of. Just a clean, it's what men's shaving cream should smell like. Just like if you're not going for a scent, like, you know, a particular signature scent like Barbasol does, or, you know, any of the menthol ones. This is just straight up clean soap, and it's good. I like it. I like it. Well, I guess things weren't all bad in East Germany. I had this stuff. All right. Let's get the old grandpa out. Set on 3, brand new feather blade. Here we go. That's a little too mild. I think that's a little too mild. I'm going to go a little higher. Now with these vintage ones, you do, I believe, I'm going to say you do, might as well have to open the butterfly doors to adjust it so you don't hurt the mechanism. I'm going to go with a 5. Yeah, 5. Oh, if you are a subscriber to this channel, you got an extra little secret bonus video this past week that was quickly taken down. It was recently my wife and I's wedding anniversary, and she was doing an edit to the wedding video that we had shot, because we did a whole Old West themed wedding in an Old West town. I rode in on a dang horse. We rode out in a carriage pulled by a horse. There was an Old West gunfight in the middle of the ceremony. I saved the day, and then my wife saved my bacon too. It was a whole thing. So anyway, she was doing an edit of that, and she posted it accidentally to my Sinatra Lennon channel. I didn't learn about it till a few hours later. I said, "Where did you post it?" It's like, "Oh, Sinatra Lennon." I was like, "Oh, you didn't want all my subscribers to watch that, did you?" She's like, "No, I didn't." But a few hundred of you got to see it, so there you go. And if you did see it, let me know what you thought. That was so fun. So fun. I mean, if I get to dress in costume, and then I was also wearing 2 old cowboy pistols. I was wearing cowboy pistols when I got married. I go for the history thing, you know. I like the Old West kind of stuff. Don't worry, we were using blanks. Did the old movie thing where the bad guy came up with all of his friends and tried to disrupt the ceremony, and I challenged him to a gunfight, and I, you know, drew first and shot the gun out of his hand like they do in Hollywood, you know, oh, and then he runs away. And then we started the ceremony again. And then I had my back to the bad guys, and they came sneaking back, the one main bad guy that I just defeated. And my wife pulls out a little derringer, a little hidden, like a little, you know, from her bouquet, also with blanks, and shoots at him again and gets him to run off. So that's how she saved my bacon. So yeah, that was fun. I can't, you know, as I was just telling you that story, I totally forgot what pass I was on. I was like, am I doing the right pass? Yeah, it's just the first one. Just started. Oh man, this stuff smells great. Thank you again, Marco. I'd love to hear, I haven't checked your channel recently, but I need to see if you've started using any of those razors I gave you. Can't remember which ones they were exactly. I remember one. Oh yeah, I remember the Gillette Travel. Anyway, I'm a little nervous about the Rallon, because if it's a scent that I don't like, I'm not going to put it on, because I already took a shower and I got to go take the youngest one to a doctor's appointment, and then the oldest one to a doctor's appointment. You got to get physicals for athletics. Anyway, I got places to go is my point. And I don't want to go walking around smelling like an East German. I'm just kidding. I was going to say a slightly off-color bad word, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm nervous about it. I hope it smells good. I just don't know why he told me, don't, you know, smell it until you're filming yourself. I wonder if he's going to be like, what was that stuff? Oh, Arco. Ooh. If it's like anything like that, I can't use it. I just refuse. I have veto power over all my shaves. It's part of the checks and balances we have here in my little fiefdom, my little kingdom here in the bathroom, which just includes me. Nobody else. Dogs outside, I guess, sleeping. Oh yeah, let's do the shout out. So the shout out, like I said, I only have one. I may have missed one. Dimitri Baggett 2670. Dimitri, shout out to you, and thanks for watching. And I hope that you're watching this one I should put a little asterisk at the end of any titles of these videos that have shout outs, so that if you're looking for your shout out, you don't have to like watch every one of these boring videos I make. Snooze-a-rama, right? I think 5 is the right setting for this particular razor. Now, your razor will be different and will change, and so find what works best for you. Tell you what, I am really digging this. This is a great smelling shaving cream. I think you can pretty much get it online. I did a quick search. And I saw it's available, and so is this, and so is the Petrolon, the classic, and then whatever the modern was. So it'd be interesting to see if this smells like if it smells like the original, if their new Coke Classic version of their scent smells like the original. It probably doesn't, you know, it's one of those things where they tried to recapture and they just couldn't. Or the modern, you know, techniques and ingredients would change the scent just enough, you know. That's like the old, do you guys have what we call Mexican Cokes in the rest of the country now? Like Cokes that are made, like Coca-Cola, which is made in Mexico, usually, using pure cane sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup to sweeten it. And I think you can kind of tell, and it's like a throwback to the old ways, you know, when they did just use sugar, cane sugar. And I don't know, I think it's got a slightly different flavor to it, a different bite, something. I mean, there's got to be some chemical in there that's reacting slightly differently. Of course, what do I know? I'm not a meteorologist. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is it might be hard to capture the original in the modern times. That's quite a thing to do anyway, I would think, is get a scent to be consistent across all of your stuff. Like, you know, Barbasol always smells like Barbasol. Now, they probably tweak it a little bit over the years, and I know the old version of Barbasol, the no brush, no lather, no rub-in, smells crazy medicinal and weird, but it smells like of its time. Like stuff back then, like if you study history, and I hope you do, because you can learn a lot, and it reflects what's going on these days. You can have insight. Anyway, things back then weren't as fruity and flowery and sweet as they are now. You know, they were much more like the old, here, this stuff. This stuff right here. Sorry, I got a phone call. Yeah. So this stuff smells weird and medicinal of its time. And like, you know, if you go back to candies, what candies were popular back then? It wasn't like fruit-based, really. It was like licorice and, you know, weird, medicinal almost, you know? So, yeah, anyway. So I'm wondering if that's what this stuff is going to smell like. A long story short. Gosh dang. You ever find yourself rambling and you just want to tell yourself to shut up. Don't use that language, kids. I'm just being funny. Oh, good old Grandpa Grunge. He always gives me 1 or 2 nicks just to keep me honest. Just to keep me honest. Well, do I need to be kept honest? I'm pretty honest. To quote Gus McCrae again, I'm about half honest. Why am I on a lonesome dove kick? Is this talking about my Old West wedding or what? You know, it was almost quite literally a shotgun wedding. It was a Colt 45 thumbbuster wedding. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens. Skin it! Sorry, I'm nerding out. Okay. This stuff really does smell good. If I haven't said that already. Have I said that? Said it smells good? I'm starving. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. I gotta go get something to eat before I take the boys to get their checkups and whatever. Oh boy. School started this week, by the way. I hope for all the parents out there and any kids that are watching, you know, or young folks that are watching that are going to school, I hope it's going all right. I hope you didn't get too freaked out. I know the day before my first day of middle school, my mom drove me to middle school and I hadn't eaten anything. I was so nervous. You know, the last part of elementary school, I was so nervous about changing classes and using lockers. They don't use lockers anymore, at least around here they don't. It's weird. They just make them, they have lockers, but they don't make them use them. They just carry backpacks. I don't know. Anyway, I was so nervous about all this stuff and leaving elementary school that I threw up in the car on the way to middle school, my first day. Threw up. There was nothing to throw up. I hadn't eaten anything, but oh, I was miserable. Oh boy. And then it didn't get much better. Middle school is never the best time for anybody. Everyone's awkward. No one knows what to do. You're mixed in the 6-year-old babies with the 8-year-old, pretty much adults, smoking and fighting and God knows what else. Anyway. So good luck to all the parents and all the students that are out there watching right now. Because we're going to need it. All right. Ooh, that stuff is really slick. Like after I just washed my face off, so nicely smooth. Now I just did take... I forgot to do the problem areas. I just took the blade out. I'm going to let Grandpa Grungy, you take a rest. Good job, buddy. Good job. Okay, so before I put on the Rallon, I don't know how to pronounce it. Rallon. Knock the dickens out of that brush. Let it dry. I'm going to wash my face off, first of all, if I haven't done that already. And I want to tell you about this terror. I use this stuff all the time. It's great, but it has started to separate. And this happens with shaving products. So if you ever see, I don't know if you can tell, but normally this is like Greek yogurt. And now it's like separated into like, it's essential oils almost, like yellow and whatever menthol. So I can't use it anymore. But yeah, so if you do find a product that has lost its scent or, you know, has separated, if it's like a lotion like that, that's just, it's past its expiration date. So you didn't do anything wrong. It's just, it's time to go. Terror, you've been great. I need to order some more because that stuff is good. It's so unique. It's so weird, so weirdly mentholated and so powerful. Like hours later, you rub your eye and it gets in your eye. Now, is that a good thing? No, but like I said earlier, it keeps you honest. Okay. All right. Marco. Let's see what this stuff smells like. I'm going to open it over here first, and then I'll see. This is what you do. This is one thing I remember from chemistry class. If you want to smell something, don't stick your nose down in it, because it might be a dangerous chemical. Waft your hand over the open container towards your face, just a little bit. There's a chemistry tip. All right. See if I can smell it from here. Nothing yet. I'm going to move it around. Oh, no, that's fine. Whoa, that is really unique, though. It does smell old-fashioned. Wow, it does remind me a lot of that old Barbasol smell. That's slightly medicinal. It's not offensive, though. Ooh, I'm getting almost like a peatiness, like a peat smoke in Scotch. And some bay rum. I'm definitely getting bay rum. Good. I thought it was going to be like, oh, God, I can't. I actually like this stuff. That's great. That's cool. Something from the 1920s that you can now pretty much only get in Croatia, I think. Ooh, interesting, because it does have that strange medicinal smell that peat does, like Band-Aids. But then it's got a nice, rich smokiness, and then it's definitely got spices like bay rum. All right, let's do a little bit of a splash here. Whoa, dang. And then I got like a burst of like banana, like artificial banana. That is weird. Whoa. Yeah, God, this is the most unique aftershave smell I've ever smelled. This definitely smells like something from the 20s. Weird. Interesting. Yeah, I'm getting smoke. I'm getting Band-Aid. If you drink peaty, iodine kind of smelling, bandage smells, you know what I'm talking about. And much less bay rum. Some very earthiness on my fingers, but it's light and it's very tingly. So it's, alcohol based. Very interesting. I'm gonna have to try that again and see if I like it. I'm not sure, but thank you, Marco. That's cool. Very cool. Croatia. I'm gonna wash my hands. Yeah, it's just a subtle hint of that smell. And because I've never used it before, it's gonna stand out slightly more. It's like any scent. If you use it enough, you barely smell it. Which is why a lot of young men, and women probably, put on way too much fragrance because they can't smell it anymore. The rest of us can smell it. So when you're thinking about doing that 3rd or 4th spray of Axe body spray, don't. We already got it. We got it. All right, everybody. Thank you very much, Marco. Again, these 2 products, very cool, very interesting. I loved them. This one I'm still on the fence about whether I would use it normally, but it is very interesting. It's like one of those scotches that you drink and you're like, wow, that was a journey. That was a lot. And I don't know if I could drink it every day, but on special occasions, absolutely. So thank you again, Marco. And thank you to everybody else that watches. And I hope you all have a great I think fall is coming. I'm starting to see pumpkin spice everywhere. Oh boy, whether you like it or you hate it. I love autumn. I love fall. I can't wait. Can't wait for this heat to be over with. All right, everybody. Talk to you all very soon. Bye.